Norton, hi. I'm testing something new today, so we'll see if that works. How are you? How's everything? How was the weekend? I think it is Monday. The testing in question is regarding the mic. Cat, hi. Welcome on in. Good day. I have replaced the mic. Again. Again. We'll see. We'll see. I don't think it's gonna be a good idea for reasons. Chris, hi. Welcome on in. I think it's gonna be really bad, but we never know. We never know until we try. So now we're trying with this thing. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I can't do anything about it today. I will be able to do something about it for next time. But today, I can't do anything about it. How are you, Chris? How's the time zone? 30,000 step is a lot of step. I'm gonna say that now. 30,000 steps is a lot of steps. I'm not sure you can, Chris. I'm not sure you can. Didn't know. God damn. Chill. Sorry, my phone just. I keep having issues with the Elgato mic not working. I thought it was software issues, but everything is updated. I used to have a lot of issues with the Elgato mic when I was on the PC, and I had NVIDIA Broadcast and the Wavelength software kind of trying to get together and have a kid, and it didn't really work. So, as far as I remember, you also have the NVIDIA software. So, you know, you did nothing. Chris didn't notice last week that the price of the end stream was higher than before, and discovered that today. And Stony has done it once, and therefore, you know, inflation on everything. Yes, on everything. What type of issues do you have? File, hi, welcome back. How are you? Yeah, what are the issues? Today we are switching the mic, by the way, specifically, which is a good thing to talk about the mic. We are switching the mic into the Wavelength software for macOS since today. And also the mic, instead of being on the side, which is usually where it is now in front of my keyboard, which means that you may hear some typing at some point. I don't know, but I might be clearer in the way that I'm like kind of chatting. I don't know yet. It's right there. But because I'm looking here and I'm also looking in the camera most of the time now, having the mic like pretty much on the side made me sound more boomy than I should, based on what Stoney has said multiple times. So, tiny changes. We'll see. We'll see. It all because now it's on its stand. It's also give me Cybersect High the ability to potentially do that if I want to just annoy anyone. You know, that's an option. Well, I'm gonna avoid that. Um, That is the Wave 3. And it's the first generation of the Wavelink upgraded. So it's not the 2. uh, yeah, the siren is okay. Do you have the butt plug siren, or do you have the siren newer version? The newer version is less good than the butt plug version, which I, yeah. Like I'm connected and can use the headphone jack on the mic, but I have to plug it in and plug it. Huh. Uh, that is weird. That is weird. This one, Chris, specifically because I mean we are calling it the butt plug because it is pink, and yeah. But yeah, this one is the older version of the siren, which is really good for its price because it's $50. But yeah. Gabalino, hi, welcome. Do you use any AI for creating image or to video? No, I don't. I use AI to create code, and that's it. um, if you have this one, like the Razer Siren newest generation or Razer Siren previous gen, one of the any um, sirens that exist, like the Siren X or all that, they are the same capsule inside. The thing is, you will buy these, the bigger one, for more expensive, or they will be more expensive than these ones that are like 30 to $50 most of the time. But yeah, details and things. Yeah, that's the Blue Yeti Siren mix, which Blue Yeti is Logitech, but same. That's the old Siren, I think. That's cool. I mean, if it works for you, that's what needs to be. Yeah, that would, right? I wish I had like a black cable for the mic right now, because if I'm picking it up and it's a white thing coming out, that sounds really kinky. It's not good, but yeah. Yeah, no, it's really good. The overall Razer mic lineup has been really good for the past 5 years, I would say. 5 to 6 years, which is impressive. They have had like a lot of them that are like way too expensive for what they do, and that's why I'm always recommending these ones, because they're just good and they work, and you don't need to do anything. You don't need software. It's just a fucking mic. Plug it in, and that's it. And that's it. And it works. So if I didn't like the software of Elgato software, I would have gone with that. Um, but yeah. Nah. That's good, Chris. Also, I'm reading your messages a bit late. The fact that sensitivity is a bit crazy is good, because that means you can have the gain kind of low and then have software on top of it to dampen it. As far as I remember, Rode has software similar to the Elgato one that is free, I think. And Steel Series has software as well. Um, Is it still series? It's Sonar. It might be Sonar. Yeah. Um, this one is not as good as the Wavelink software, but it's free and it works with any mic. So give it a go. You know, um, it's pretty useful. It's not the best, but it's pretty useful. Same thing with the like most of the new mics that came up, the Beacon mic, the Elgato mics, the new Rode mic. They all have like some sort of a software that is meant to have uh, additional features that you unlock with the software, and most of them, like specifically the mic, the Elgato one, I need a mic at least, or a specific type of Stream Deck, or a Wavelink knob for the XLR in order to use the Wavelink software. And that's annoying. Whereas this is just free and it's available and you can just use it. It's not for Mac, but you're not on Mac, so you could with that. um, but yeah, no. Again, the razors have been really good. They haven't been, as far as I know. I don't know anything much, but there hasn't been real good devices lately. I think the last one we had was, well, this one. But the last one we had was the Elgato um, Neo, the Neo lineup that are like kind of lower tiered and have the same capacity as the new one, but for less than $100. I think 1998, 99, you know, the usual. But there was like another one earlier, which was, I think, from not the NZXT one. Eh, um, not there. There is another one that I remember that had like I think it's a Logitech one that has foam that can be changed with different colors. Specifically, it had a red one, and it looked interesting. Details, detail. Um, but yeah. When I started streaming, I had like the company acquired mic. Something that we bought at some point in the startup to do some voiceover recording for videos or things, and never really used it. And then when COVID happened, it was in my bag when I came home. I don't know how it happened to be there, but I happened to be there, and I went back home. And I used that in the beginning. But yeah. Um do you have everything Steel Series and Razer? Um the Brio was really expensive for what it is. It's also very old and it's still expensive, which is kind of weird for me. I don't like that. I don't like the fact that it's still expensive after that amount of years. I think at the time it was like 250. No, 150. I forgot. I forgot. But yeah, now like now we have the Elgato face cam, which are all really good. We have the newer the white one, the tinier bitches, square, minimal. I forgot the name. It's a cool design company. They have like good design, but I don't know the name, which is means that they have bad branding. There is the new HubSpot and Insta 360s that are really good as well. Like the one that can track your face. These are really good. And then the one that I'm looking at right now, which is not a webcam, but I'm still looking at it, is the DJI Osmo. Um, if I can fucking type, bang. So this is the same thing as the E360 can track your face, whatever. It's also a vlogging camera, which is the point, but it has. I'm seeing a lot of YouTubers that have this camera specifically and are filming things all the time with that. And this is really, I mean, to me, as a social anxiety type of person that doesn't really want to be the regular YouTuber stereotype with a big ass camera while I'm outside vlogging. If that happens one day, we never know. But this is, it feels more like small package, easy, whatever. The reason why I like it much is because it is um, pluggable in your computer and it can be used as a webcam with the tracking, with everything. So you could have that as a main camera for your stream and then be good with it. It is really nice in terms of sensors and quality. As far as I remember, like I know it doesn't really, like, obviously these are touch-top screens and cameras, video feeds. Like it's not exactly what you will have at the end on your side for sure. But from the other people that I'm following, let me see if I can find. That's not the one. I know that one of the Japanese YouTubers that I'm following has one and use that most days. I just watched one of her video earlier today. That's the quality that I'm seeing most of the time from that camera specifically, and or at least, let me rephrase that. Last time I checked, she was using the same camera, or if it's not the three, it was the second one, which is still pretty good. Like when you're looking at I mean, you can't really see shit through the stream, but the overall like quality of things is pretty good, and you have details, you have whatever. It's nice. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, and it has like this new thing where you can basically have the screen in both format. Like if you want to film a YouTube video, you put yourself in landscape. If you want to film like a TikTok or something, you can put yourself in portrait and it will record in portrait instead, which is really good for activities. But mainly for me as a live stream thing, if I had a second angle on the side of my screen that could track my face when I move, that could do things, it could be nice. It could be interesting. It can also move from portrait to landscape based on when I need it to change. So I'm thinking ahead. But yeah, it is pretty nice. It's just not financially sane right now. Like I should just buy a camera for second angle, Um, can't that is an option. I don't think most people would complain, but you know, maybe put something on. Um, but yeah, other than that, there hasn't been like a lot of gear popping off, at least that I've seen. So, eh. And mic wise, like to me, the Elgato mics are still best. I'm gonna rephrase that in a second. Um, I hate saying this, but it's kind of the truth. I think when you compare like design tools, still design streaming here. When you compare design tools, you have like Sketch, Figma, XD, Dead. But if you have Sketch without plugins and Figma without plugins, Sketch is winning. And then the Sketch with plugins and Figma without plugins, Sketch is winning as well, obviously. But then Figma with plugins, Figma is winning. And Elgato is the same thing to me. It's like their devices are good, but the reason you buy them is because you have access to the software. And even though the software is kind of shitty at times, it works 90% of the time, at least for me. Cat, I'm sorry. And that is what makes me stay on the brand most of the time. Um, like it's just easier for everything. Yeah, I mean, I don't like using the Elgato software for streaming. I know. When I'm on the Mac, like it's a bit less intuitive, or let me rephrase that. It was a bit less intuitive with the new update. It is better. So I do like that. But yeah, the fact that you didn't have the ability to tweak a source from OBS directly, and you needed to go to the wavelength to tweak things in sound wise was a bit annoying. But yeah, that's it's a bit of a detail. However, they have like a good AI noise suppression in the background that works on Mac right now, which is what we are kind of using. It's a combination. I'm using the native Mac OS voice isolation thing and the Elgato software compression noise suppression thing. So condensed, hefty, all that. But yeah, other than that, not much. We had some news. If you haven't seen the news have been pretty good. I made a video. Yay me. That's not gonna work, isn't it? Oh, it works now. Neat. I made a video. I made a video out of the segment on Galileo AI last Friday, where no one was talking, so that's good. Larkin Pie. And that popped off in terms of it's on YouTube now. I don't like the video. I was really tired. I'm still really tired. I know why. But at least we have a bit of a 1 year later. What did they do? Nothing. Good job. We could do more. And going back to like some of the other tools that we tried and say we'll do like a 1 year later, what have been or what has been updated. I remember there was one that was like a competitor to Webflow, which I think is Web Studio. Is it? Yes. Web Studio was really good. And I mean, it was really good. It was annoying to the same level as Webflow is to me. But because I made the video and the creator contacted me directly saying, what were your pain points? What are the things that you want, like you would like to see improved in the software and all that? That made me kind of hopeful that the whole software would be better. So we could do a new review on Friday. It's pretty good for me. Like it takes me 30 minutes to record on stream, and then it takes me 30 minutes to edit after the stream, and then we have a video. So that's the thing. But it's a Webflow duplicate, which I not, you know, really a fan of duplication most of the times for tools. Like if there is one that exists and that is pretty good, I would rather use the one that already exists, but I would get it. This one can be free. which is useful. But yeah, other than that, this is a pretty interesting version of Webflow because I think it is open source-ish, if I remember correctly. Is it the one that is open source? Maybe not anymore. I forgot. It's not. Stony, hi. Welcome back. How are you? How's everything? But yeah, that's that video is out now, which is pretty good for me to have some videos out. You know, it doesn't bring enough people, but because Galileo AI seems to be the most searched uh, terms that bring people to my channel, I think, like, you know what, why not? As far as metrics right now, people are just watching the first 2 minutes and then going away, which makes a lot of sense. But, you know, it happens. Anyways, we have some news on this thing where that has been updated a bit. So I don't think you will be able to see this on stream because it is tiny. I might have to scroll into Xcode and zoom in there. Good job, 130. Stoney, that is pretty impressive. That is pretty impressive. So, news. Here we have the list underneath. As you can see, they are kind of grayed out because nothing is in the view. As soon as you have like places in the view, they're highlighted. That's good. We're fine with that. The news from today is this section right here. Obviously, I had to bring back the fucking stars and shininess, you know? Like it needed to happen. Like I had no choice. It's a me app. I need the stars. So we have that. This looks like the corners, borders, sides are not right, but it's because my phone is on its edge. It is also like a bit of a phone sensitive holographic thing, you know. I mean, you know me by now. Anyways, but as you can see, or maybe you can't see, the name of this place is blurred. And if you tap on it, it is somewhere in that department, but you don't really know if it's here, if it's here, if it's around there. Like you can't really know. And then when you tap on it again, obviously you have the same thing where it opens and you have some details, but you still don't know the name, the place, the whatever, because this one is going to be a paid location. So obviously, if you're someone that is really wanting to go there, you can 100% take a screenshot of the pictures at the top and then do a reverse Google search. But you know, I mean, it's not the plan. It's not the plan. But yeah, that's the current state of things. And when you're not on the premium thing, you have everything. You have all the pictures, and the reviews and all that, and the link to the maps. This stack is just Swift UI and Cursor. And Cursor is not really a stack, or at least to me, it doesn't go in the stack. It's just like I'm just building Swift UI. However, it pisses me off because I'm gonna show you that. It's gonna be easier if I show you. It is so sad. Basically, if I have the app running, right now it is running on my phone, and as soon as it is running, you can see that I mean, you can't see because it's probably behind my face. My energy impact is for some reason currently at 0, and it doesn't do anything, which it shouldn't. I think it's because I'm recording at the same time. But my memory is really used all the time. The network is also extremely used all the time, which is annoying, and it shouldn't be that big. My FPS is really bad. I can't really get it high enough. Like that's when I'm moving the map. That's really not good. But the the whole thing is just that memory hog, energy impact very high most of the time right now. It's just I don't know why it's not rendering this. It should. It's not. But yeah, it is annoying that it doesn't work in the sense that it or how it's supposed to. Um, but yeah. Um, a year worth of streak. Hmm. I don't know. I don't know if you win anything. For sure. Not I think. For sure. But yeah, new icons for these, new icons for these, right there, and new icons at the bottom as well for the Google Maps and Apple Maps things. Tiny changes, but that kind of helps overall. I moved the carousel from the middle of the page to the top so that you you have access to all the pictures at the beginning, which makes more sense to me. But yeah, that all that is a lot of has been a lot of work for today. But this was fun to have. I like the stars as always. I thought about making them primary color, which would be red, but it really looks like shit in light mode. So, you know, I'm avoiding it. Can I do that? Is that an option? Yeah, that's not an option. I see. I see. But yeah, files. The stack is SwiftUI in Xcode and SwiftUI in Cursor. And Cursor has been really bad lately, so eh, that's a debate. That is a debate. I forgot the hair type she has. Like, is she like black, or does she have a bit of a brown? In the base. Today I kind of want to have the fucking blur background behind this. I don't know if I can. I might be able to. Maybe not now. That's cool. We do like these. We like these. That's what we were looking at some point. And if she's black, that sounds. Um, if she's black by default, uh, achieving this is kind of complicated. If she is like, she would achieve that level, like here, the roots, which are like kind of dark, with that burgundy slash cherry cask on top. Um, on the black, that could happen, but if she has like a bit of a bleach in the background, that could be something. Let's go back to our usual Pinterest. I pressed the wrong thing. Um, Come on, Pinterest, you can do it. So if she's around here, because a bit of bleach happened, it's kind of here or here. You could achieve something like that red, but it would be better, at least in my opinion, it would be better to go through a bit of a darker, a bit of a lighter bleach, to then reach that black, red, to be able to get it. But yeah, uh, Forgo, hi, we're calling. How's the day going? But it is complex. Like if you have, this is AI generated as always, but if you have like a black, this is kind of brown, base to reach that saturation of red, for example, you need bleach. Like you need a bleach much to achieve that. So kind of complex if you want to reach this. I mean, it's feasible. It's it it's feasible. It's just based on the base. Based on the base? Yes. Based on the base, you end up um, with more or less feasibility. So the lighter it is, the easier it is to go to a darker route and a brighter, more saturated colors, red, burgundy thing. Um, but yeah, that is not the woman in question, Stone. That isn't. Um, but yeah, if I'm looking at, also that's really nice of Pinterest. If I'm looking at my specific hair related stuff, I know I have more colors. Like same thing here, which is basically the opposite of what you have in red, but this is blue. To achieve that blue here, it would need some sort of a very, very, very light base to be able to then apply a darker gene, like blue gene, on top. But you need somehow this amount of base to get like the nice dark blue. So with that in mind, in order to get the red, it's not that necessary because red is one of the most annoying color to have. Like once you put it in, you can't really get it out unless you put black on top. But yeah, nonetheless, good colors, good choice. Um, just need bleach to be able to have like a good output. And if she's not scared of a long bleach, like a 2.5, 3 bleach process, if that is available where you are with good quality products, I'm guessing yes. But like obviously these are highly saturated post haircut pictures. But yeah. Yeah, I do like brighter color and lighter color most of the times. Um, but some of the example that we have from Japan, similar hair types, uh, with a base that is pretty black, she had to go with a very light bleach to get that amount of purple. And that already is a lot of work. So yeah, it needs bleach. Nonetheless, that color, real good. We like that. It's nice. Nice color. This is a nice color. We like it. We like it. We like it. Yeah. The lighter pinks fade extremely fast. Yes. It takes me a week and a half, 2 weeks to basically not have pink anymore. It is not instant, but almost instant. Yes. The silvers are maintainable longer if you know what you're doing. So let me see. I know I have some in there. My regular silver is, or my regular output of silver is going to be somewhere around here. Like I'm on the dark gray, because I know that if I'm doing dark gray, it's gonna be here the next week, here the next week, then there, and then it goes back to yellow. But I have like 3 to 4 weeks of pretty much light gray slowly, which is really good. I think we have one of these in here, I think, from a long time ago. Now I'm unsure. Now I'm not sure. I mean, we have the pink right there on purpose. But this one stayed like longer. You can kind of see how the back of my hair is just kind of bad. But that's pretty good. I'm looking for specific though. You can see this one is a bit more grey already. Like there has been. Bleach getting out. You're in. Hi. Welcome in. Welcome in. How are you? How's the weekend? How's everything? I think I have. I'm looking at it. I'm looking for it specifically. Yes. This is a weird one, but that's basically some of the color that I kind of used to go for, mainly because that silver gray thing is going to be darker for short amount of time. So that's an interesting thing. But yeah, doing these colors, as this was like out of the hair salon on the day with that white, that is no good. That disappears so fast, and yeah, that's bad. That is bad. I'm realizing that I'm not explaining why I'm saying that it's bad. It's bad because it costs you $200, at least for me, to do that, and you don't have it anymore the next week. Like you're good for at least a week, and then that's it. So yeah, doing something that has more roots as a root-based things like this wouldn't really work. I don't think I have the other ones. I think I removed the pink ones. But yeah, that is not sustainable. That's the thing. X, hi, welcome on in. Welcome back. How are you? How have you been? How's everything? But yeah, I think that's fun for the day or the next day. Also, I mean, one of the things that I do like with the white hair is that it blends in my receding hairline, but also it looks like I have more hair now. So, you know, there's just, yeah, we never know. We never know. I do have more hair in terms of length, but you know, difference. Anyways, it usually goes back quickly to that kind of yellowy thing, which is not, you know, it's just, it goes fast. You go from here to the rest really, really quickly. But that's still is my favorite preferred color for myself. I know. I know. So yeah, I think the if it's at home, as you just said, um, it could be good products. I'm hoping it is, um, because you know, like region and region, like black hair are around there, and women and men that want to have like different color types and lighter colors, um, darker colors, whatever, but usually lighter colors, they need to have like a very specific type of bleach and specific type of developer that works together for that type of hair. And region implies these products exist and are there. So that's why I'm kind of hopeful. Um, it's the same thing when I was in Japan. The quality of the bleach that I had was not lower, but not adapted to my hair type, and therefore it damaged my hair more than if I did the bleach here, because don't have the same type of hair and therefore they don't have the same type of product, which makes a lot of sense. And also the stylists don't really have the knowledge of different hair types in Japan. Like it's, I mean, most Japanese have Japanese hair, usually, most of the time, and that's a thing. Um, what happened? You're in. Are you like on a hiring, not hiring situation again? Um, well, Chris, yes and no. I'm gonna take a designer point of view because obviously I can. But if I have um, an app to build, and I'm building an app, and I'm building another app, and I'm building another app, and then I'm building a new project, and guess what? It's an app. The day that I need to do website, I'm gonna be rusty, and I'm not necessarily gonna know what to do, how to do it, and properly do stuff if it's really been a while. So to me, it's kind of the same with the Japanese hairstylists that have just Japanese hair every day. And one day there is a new type of hair that they don't have really a habit of using or working with. And it's just they treat it as if it was the same because it's still hair, but it doesn't react the same way. And they are not used to it and they don't necessarily know how to work with it. So I get it, but yeah, it's it would be better if they didn't, you know. And you're right. I'm not gonna say that they don't read your profile. I I I know they don't read profiles. Again, from 3 weeks ago, they sent me a job offer for becoming a maintenance agent in trains. Me, my tiny ass. I mean, I get it. I can go under the train and be good with it and put myself in situations and places that most people can't. But um, eh, yeah, I I'm not in the same yet, but soon. Don't you worry, I'm gonna come with you. Um, it pisses me off. It's just I see so many companies that are looking for, or at least openly looking for designers and product designers and project managers, um, and like looking for people with my skills. And then I apply, and they're like, nah. or I apply and I don't get an answer. Or like right now, I received an answer from a job that I applied on February 19th. So I forgot that I applied to this thing. And, the one from last night, it was like midnight. I was in bed, kind of sleepy, and I applied and it was interesting. But basically, what happened is they have like a bit of a process. And in their process, they have like a quiz. You need to answer the quiz. And basically, I scored 78%. And I think I needed to be at 80% or more to be able to pass their first assessment, which is kind of like weird. I don't know if this is where most people are, or if this is where there is the most potential to go forward. But I had to do that whole thing. And then at the end, they said, well, a real human is going to review my text-based answers and then tell me if I passed, because I'm guessing I'm kind of close to the specific line that they want to. Like I'm guessing it's 85% to 90%, roughly. But it was a weird thing, and they had like a secondary job offer for a design job, like not a head of products, but like a product designer job, and it basically was closed by the time I pressed the button. So it was still on the website, but not available, which is dumb of them to keep a fucking listing in there. So, But yeah, it's annoying. I just, it takes time. I'm not that motivated by much. Also, I've seen this SA being there for the whole time on the YouTube video that just popped in. I think the browser source is kind of broken. And I think the chat is kind of broken at some point. So we'll see if it disappears. You know. Um, I have reverse tags. That's prolapsed. Um, but yeah, it's annoying. I don't really. I don't mind not having a job. I don't mind having a job. I think it would be easier for me to have a job, obviously. But again, um, nothing seems interesting and no one seems interested. Which is the sad part. It is the sad part. Like, no one seems to want to have skilled people in their team. It's really weird. But yeah, last night I basically applied to like 5 jobs in 30 minutes before bed without really paying attention. Um, I just looked at the things on LinkedIn and I pressed the buttons and say apply now, apply now, apply. I don't give a shit. If they answer, they answer. If they don't, they don't. It's just, yeah. The thing that is really good with AI though, I know that you are in /s things, is that it is shittier than last month's. And as someone that uses it daily to build stuff, since the release of the new model of 3.7 and the release of the new model of 4.5, it is shittier at code than anything else. So I revert most of the time to 3.5 when I'm building things through here. One of the good thing that they do have though is the fact that they have other models that they didn't have before. But other than that, that's about it. Most of it is really nice, but just um, 3.7, first of all, being rate limited um, to every second uh, is, yeah, I'm paying double. I'm paying for the 500 plus 500 more requests, and I'm usually hitting the 1,000 request fast request um, in 17 to 20 days out of the months. So I could go for one more and be at 150, but that would make it like way too expensive overall for my use case and all of that. Right now, what I tend to do, kinda, is this. I'm getting in and I'm doing edits and I'm asking something directly inside instead of doing chats. So that uses some of the basic models that they have. But what I like about it is that I can just ask something that is simple of a very like targeted edits. And now, since I did that like earlier today, I now know. God damn it, I forgot that I can't zoom in like this. I now know that dot resizable dot frame is what I need when I need to like basically resize a thing. But yeah, the the cursor 3.5 is 3.7 is rate limited like really fast, which is really sad. But if you have like unlimited, do that. If you, Chris and Stony, again, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I need an affiliate link for that. But um, still, $8, like cheaper than Copilot, and access to all of the models that you can have as soon as you get that. Like right now, I propose two of the one that I already pay for, so I'm not gonna do that or use it in here. But you know, like $8 a month is pretty good, and can't really be beat things. Um, yeah, I know. I know that's one of the thing that is missing from T3, one of the reason why it's good. Um, but yeah, yeah. X the Copilot is doing that now, which is an option. From most of the people that I've seen using it, it's on the other side compared to here. So yeah. Well, that's the thing with the MCP layer that we're talking about lately. That's a new thing that popped up on my feed yesterday, 2 days ago. Which is basically you have, I forgot what MCP means, but it is the terms that you need to look for if you're looking for that. It is a layer that goes through your context and have all the context itself, and then your AI agent is above it or on the side, and then your APIs or all the thing that you want to access is accessed through your context layer. So that's something that is in the work right now. Let's see if I can find it because it was pretty interesting. Overall, I don't think I will though. But I'm guessing this is not the one that I'm talking about, but it's the first one I'm seeing. Which basically means that you have like the AI stuff that are are basically on your server with your context things, and then that specific server that you're using is um, navigating through everything. But it's not exactly the one that I had yesterday. This is the one that I had or watched yesterday, which was pretty interesting and well explained. Overall, like the whole video is really good, and um, it made sense to me. So it could be interesting, and it is basically what you're looking for, Chris. So yeah, yeah, Chris, that seems like a heavy. Have you tried reducing the brief? Like that, you know. I mean, I know that your project is kind of big, anyways, but yeah. Yeah, Ryan, I don't think you need more boards. I think you need more job in order to get more boards, but you need the job first before the boards. And right now you're getting the boards before the jobs, which is not what you need. It's not the time. Yeah, so you basically need the not I was about to say you need the NVIDIA box, like the gold things, but no, you need more than that to basically have all the files in memory and in context and maintain context. Um, I'm sure we could have like an abstraction layer, something that would simplify the brief in terms of how it's supposed to work. And you probably already have that, but something that makes it more digest instead of being specific. Um, yeah, no, I know, but like more than that, like an abstraction layer of your abstraction layer. Um, I mean, again, I think I'm gonna say the same thing that I said to Stony last week, which is the same thing for you, Chris, because you're dev and you have the skills and you have the knowledge. You probably are too precise in your prompting and not letting the AI agent thing have more creative freedom on how to think about the project or the problem that is the task at hand. But I mean, I get it, but that might be an issue as well for tokens. You know, we. I'm laughing now because I have seen research saying that if you speak badly to your AI, it like in the chat that you're currently using, it could develop anxiety, and therefore, if you badmouth the AI in the chat, um, it will make it harder for itself to give you the right answer. So, as much positivity as you can while you're chatting with your AI, as good the answers and the result could be. So, yeah, just know that. And yes, also the you're absolutely right. I've made it more complex than it needs to be. Is a very common thing. It pisses me off as well. But for example, yesterday I had to unpack something, and I wanted to have like a more workable. Uh, I did that. I forgot. A more workable way to have like my transition test that I was working on last week, and I have something, but it's not good. But I have something, and in order to get that, I had to go through do step one, and then expand to step two, and then add step three, and then we were good. But like that was the concept of the transition that I was talking about earlier, and it works to an extent. It's still bad, but it works. We still have like the scroll and all that, but you know, it's not perfect, but it works. However, it doesn't do what it needs to do, meaning that the only one that works is this one because it's in the center of the screen, and this one doesn't work, and I can't scroll up or down. So using that transition utils that I've created here somewhere else will not work. So yeah, I don't know what really mine is. Did you land like next to the target again? Is that what happened? I can see you here and here. Yeah, he didn't even see. I'm gonna do right on the edge, like right about here. Yeah, fully rigged. Um, but yeah, like this has been like a bit of a challenge for me yesterday. Um, and I'm happy that I have something that kind of works, but I'm sad that it doesn't work. It kind of works, and it's not working. So, like, I had the base here, which is almost good, specifically with the transition in retraction, but it has that fade that I don't want to have. And yeah, it's not it's not good. However, back to some of the things that we've said 2 weeks ago, as a designer, working with SwiftUI for design related stuff is very simple, and it makes a lot of sense. And I do like it, but you know, I'd say the main issue that I have is my knowledge of the syntax, like always. Like always. I hate it, yeah. I tried it. So, Figma's AI, I tried it when it came out last year and a half, when it was announced for the first time. And it was good when it came out. When it was like first like disclosed and shown in the UI, it was good. It did the thing that it was supposed to do. It had all of the functionality that was advertised with, and and then for some reason they removed it. because people complained, because the people that complained didn't understand what it was and how it worked. Um, and and they haven't really reinstalled it. The only thing that I could use at times is their rename layers or smart auto layout thing, which is pretty good. Uh, but same thing, the smart auto layout thing was good, and now it's shit. So like, it really is sad to me because it was nice on day one, and then they lost everything. They shouldn't have, you know. So that's annoying. But based on the software that we tested on Friday, AI for UI is not good. It is not good. The complaint that was happening, like when it came out, was I asked Figma AI to create a weather app, and it gave me the iOS weather app, which makes sense, right? Because this is like a common pattern. The thing is, people kind of canceled Figma, saying, "Oh, you just copied Apple and just use the thing." When they announced it, they said, "We have built with Apple and Google an iOS 18 UI kit and a Material Design 3 UI kit that will be used as a base for the AI generation." And people just skipped that from listening. Like they just said, "Oh yeah, no, you said that. No, 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 I'm not listening." And then they complain about the fact that the thing that was generated through the AI was looking like the iOS 18 UI kit or the Material 3 UI kit. And therefore they removed the AI from the app. Made no sense. Made no sense. They could have kept it. Would have been fine. But yeah, that's what happened. I think right now, again, based on where we are and what we have in the AI tool, specifically for the AI UI generation that we talked about, we tried Galileo, forget about it. Creately is a full tool, which is more complex. UIZard is good but paid, which, nah, not that good. Visually is weird, Motive is weird, Figure is debatable, Prototyper is non-working and also fully paid, and SideForge is limited. UX Pilot is also very much more on the heavier on the documentation and the explanation of things rather than the UI side. So the UI side is going to be very limited as well. The Figma AI thing that they are announcing and revealing and all that is or was good on purpose or on launch, but it 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 it, it doesn't work anymore, which is so sad. Like this thing, this rename layer automatically on day one did an amazing things. It really looked at the layout, the logo, the thing, the whatever I had, and then renamed the sections properly based on the content. It was perfect. And now it just gives me content, div, content. It's really bad. The smart auto layout that were, I think it's somewhere around here, I forgot. Same thing. It used to go through all of the nested layers and the nested groups and create auto layout specific based on all of the nested things. But now it just do the top level, which is the same thing as doing the Shift A to create an auto layout, which is sad because it was working the first day and then it didn't, and it's so bad. But yeah, other than that, it will grow as we said many times with the AI assistant generation things. It is currently the worst it's gonna get, and it can only go up from here. And so through the years or through the months or whatever happens, we see improvement, even if it's just incremental improvement of, oh, now it doesn't make a mistake on this thing. Or now we have this feature on top, and it's just on top. It's adding. It's probably not, I don't know, probably not gonna go down in quality. So yeah. And Chad CN with V0 is already really good. So I don't see why it wouldn't be on Figma as well. I think it needs to be fundamentally different for it to work properly in Figma. But again, I do feel like the brace yourself for a second. If when Figma finally decide to integrate Dynamo, Dynaboard. Figma acquired Dynaboard about a year ago now. They are a collaborative IDE. I know. And that was their point. So Figma acquired this team, and I don't think I have the ability to get in anymore. Yeah, February 2022, so exactly a year ago. They acquired Dinnerboard, and because this is like a collaborative IDE for code specifically, I'm expecting Figma to be working on Figma code and have the ability to generate code based on the Figma design because it's technically already code. As soon as this happened, we have lost all of the other tools. I said that last time when they acquired it last year, but Webflow is kind of dead as soon as this happened, if the code editor is good. Framer is kind of dead as well if they have like a hosting and all things potential. But the main point is AI generation of content right now is pretty good in code, but really bad in design. If it can generate the code and then transpose the code inside of a Figma file and use that as a base for the content, they kind of win. So that, I think, will happen. And so as soon as Figma just add the code edition and the code generation inside of the tool, we will be speaking highly of the Figma. But yeah. Hi, welcome in. It looked interesting. I wish I could try it out, and I can't. So yeah. But welcome in. I have sent a screenshot on the info page in widescreen. It is just weird. Well, it is just weird because you have a max width on the main content, but not on dang. That is why. It's going to be pretty simple. The only thing you need that's going to be widely bad But the only thing you need is this. Shit. Ta-da! But yeah, you just need to do that. You need to ensure that the carousel starts here, so that your container for the carousel is the same width as your container at the top. And it can go past. That's not really an issue. But as long as your season and your top block are aligned and in the same container, you should be good, visually speaking. So yeah, just do that. Just do that. Also, yes, I was kind of expecting this to happen. Um, Widescreen is usually. It looks weird because right now you are only taking the. God damn, I'm so used to this. Uh, you're not taking like that as a starting point, which I can't really do because I don't have that image. But you know, like that. That's gonna be your base initial starting point, and then while you are scrolling through your episodes, it's gonna go on top and go as far as here, basically, if that's your last episode. But yeah, it's, I mean, to me at least, it's as if um the content, or I guess content. Can I do that? Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe that works. Um, so what I'm saying is, it's basically as if you had this where your active content is gonna be inside of that main structure, main column thing. And so you can scroll until you reach like the last one, but you can't scroll past like your first one. Same thing on the other side. Like that, it's just like it's kind of fucked in that transition right there. I made a mistake. I made a mistake. Dang. They can do that if that's easier for you to grasp. It kind of works for me as well. What? You know, God damn it. It already does work with the carousel that you're using. That's why I'm saying it, basically, because you already have the offset, right? Like you're here and you're offsetted. So if you had your max width for that container being smaller or being max width, it wouldn't really change the fact that my content on the other side is still going through. So to me, it's just the same. I'm saying this because you already do what I'm saying, not the transparency thing, because that's more complex. But it's just a mask. Mm. But it's just ensuring that your content is bound by the same max width that you have at the top for your carousels. So that will make your overall container like maybe a 1440p or 1440 width. That should be fine. Like you have this, and from what I can tell, it's mostly on your header section that you have like the in and out. That makes sense to me. I mean, stop going to view. No. Yeah, that. I wish I had like the main container, the main max width of your content, like around here. Um, but it's probably somewhere else. It's not this one. It's the one that's inside. I mean, it's basically this one, but it doesn't have the inner padding thingy because you have your padding on individual blocks, I think. Um, like here and there, but you don't have an horizontal on this one, which is what is weird to me. Like you have that here with the padding on the right, on the left side, and then here padding on both sides, just in case there is an icon or something. It doesn't really matter, but you know, that's kind of it. I mean, again, for me, it is the max width of your container, which I wish I could. God damn it. Do you like it? Do you like the fig? Good. It is really that whole box. That whole box is um really subtle and, as I said last time, really good for layerings. So if you like the fig and then you liked, like, I don't know, wood, le bois, un bois, from earlier, and you like both, you could try them together and see if they do something for you or they don't. And I haven't tried most of them. Like, in the in that whole box, I'm really into the signatures scent and the weird ones. So the Scoville is really good for me. The Free Thorns is really good as well because it has like the cookie flavor, and really get really good for me. The Himalayan salt, Himalayan dream, the second on the far right, is weird. It has a bit more instant, but also a very high notes of leather, which I don't like much. So yeah. Anyways, I'm derailing myself again. Um, but it's pretty nice. The reason why it's pretty nice is also because it is $30. So that it's pretty nice. Estonia, was everything broken? Again. Um, doesn't change shit. I was about to say, is this like a The Rock carousel where we just have The Rock related content? No. Um, Kinda. It at the end of the day is going to be the same for me. It's just if you have this matching with your content underneath, you should be good. And as long as your max width for the content is the same on both, you should be fine. It doesn't really bother me personally that it is that wide. I would just have, as in the carousel itself, with taking the full width. Um, if it starts with the same max width container, that would be fine for me. But yeah, you said you would rather do something with the top section. I don't think we can do anything with the top section that would make more sense. The only potential stuff that we could do is reorganize it to have, if the screen is that wide, instead of having like um vertical stack, we could have two sections with that section on the side like a card, and then this section like the gallery homepage with a grid with all the episodes. The thing that I don't like with that is that it becomes a grid and not a carousel, and therefore for D-pad navigation it's going to be harder, but also it kind of breaks the mental model of episode orders. So Yeah, that that's the thing. But if that's the like, if you did, um, I'm gonna do that really badly. If you did something like this with a poster being somewhere around here, and then content underneath being a card like that, maybe, you know, um, right, something like that. And then on the side, you have episodes. Like, that could be something. Ah, shit. I knew it was somewhere. I forgot where the somewhere was. That could be something potentially, where you have the card on this on the side, and you have like multiple carousels with your actors, episodes, actors, thumbnails, whatever. So it's just reorganizing. I don't like it, but it's an option. Uh, As a base concept, it could be something, so that you don't really lose the navigation, like the vertical navigation. It just makes this thing sticky, which is fine. But also, like, you don't have that much content over here to get and display. Sorry. I took the wrong one. I took the wrong one. That's on me. My bad. Um, that is what I needed. That's your current width, officially. Oh, yeah, I mean, you don't have much that you can do to kind of reorganize that and make it make sense. Um, at least not for me. So you would, I mean, I would say is this. You get that. Ah, shit. I forgot that. And then you get that. And oops. That's fucked up. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Um, but yeah, that's an option. They just need to break after a certain amount of time um, to get that kind of split layout where you can reuse the same content in both sides or on both sides. What? That's not gonna be good. That is not gonna be good. Say that again. Pushing that to the left. I don't know. I Oh, you mean the first thing I did? Just to me, easiest implementation, max width, and then you're done. More complex because you need to reorganize content and you will need to figure out something here in some departments. Yeah, that's weird. That's weirder. But you have the max width, which is kind of fine. I would rather be a central column than a side column, personally. But I get it. I mean, if that works for you, that I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. It's okay. Like you're basically doing this. And then maybe not 2000, but and then that. No, forwards is really bad. The the thing to think about when you arrive here is, first of all, who the fuck has a 49-inch screen and use full width for that? You know, specifically not for watching movies and TV shows. Um, but already limited. Secondly, yeah, but it's not for media consumption. It's for the setup potentially. Like you choose what you want to watch, but then it's going to be seen on the TV, or it's going to be seen on the monitor that is like a 16:9 aspect ratio, or something that is a bit different. The TV that you have above your desktop, I mean, not you, but, these types of people. Nonetheless, does it really matter? That's the first thing. The second thing is the like the goal of this page is to give the user easy navigation and understanding of the content. So they need to be able to scan as fast as they can. And again, there is something about the usability over time and the habit and the form factor and the things. When you have this screen, this screen size, and you are on the homepage or you are on the library page, I doubt that your content stops around here. You will have cards across the entire width of that screen. So for me, that's why I'm saying it would be easier for you to just center the whole thing. And that, with that in mind, it's just when you arrive on this page, because you have such a big screen, we had like limited this, but you will still have full width carousel at the bottom, which is why I'm saying this is going to be the easiest implementation. It's just center to the screen, and then it keeps the same max width, and it just display the carousel as an option to go further left, but it's not further left by default. So that way the user kind of has this familiar interface based on the rest of the screens that they are using, if they are using this on multiple screens. And then if they want to scroll through that, they can just do that. And it doesn't have that, overlay things, but it still scroll through, which makes way more sense to me. But yeah, see, like that's big. And it makes sense. So that's, I mean, to me, that's the thing. I'm used to full width, and therefore I'm expecting full width in a way. But because this specific page has a very specific type of content in here, and we don't want, or it is not recommended to have like text that wide anyways, it would rather be interesting or better to have like a different format, which takes this content underneath and then the carousels next to it, which is this concept base ID, right? With cards about the thing and then content, it will have the same background and shit. It's just like right now I don't have not done that. Shit. Why is this bitch not selected? What's happening? Okay, cool. God damn, that was annoying. um, but that is more annoying to build because it is a conditional layout, and it's also probably going to happen on TVs if TVs have enough pixels to display that. So, not against it. It's just not the best. Would be good around here though. Like a half and half doesn't really bother me, but nah. Yeah, but it's not like going back to what I said, it's not a common screen type. So it works. The other options, which I don't like, but some people are doing this, is to zoom the interface on specific type of width. So it's scaled up on screens that are like 34,000 pixels, which is dang, like 3,400 or something. It's just zoomed it because it makes more sense. And yes, it makes more sense. The more sense, the same thing as the TV distance. You probably have seen that in the past on the internet, which is like the this specific image, you know, the TV distance charts where you see the closer you are to the TV, the smaller the screen can be, to kind of see the quality of the image. And so the further away you are from the screen, the bigger the elements needs to be in order to match the perceived scale and the ease of perceiveness from the user. So if you have a bigger screen, zooming in the interface doesn't isn't a bad idea. Not doesn't, isn't a bad idea at all. It would be even recommended to have, which is something that we do on Android, and something that I think Apple is doing specifically for Vision Pro interface, like spatial UIs. They have like a system that basically doesn't take pixels, it takes distance from the user, and there it's in points, so it's basically REMs. Hair coding. A lot of hair coding, but yeah, that's basically the thing. So I wouldn't mind like a zoomed in on here, for example, if it was like 150% or maybe 200% for where you are. Because currently what you have is this, right? My 33% zoomed in for your width is overall that, which is fine. But I mean, you don't have that much depth. But roughly this. I think you have. Yeah, no, you're not. You're like a 40. Like 33 would be too big, too small, because that's 50-50 split, which is not good. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It will work either way. And, you know, The main issue that I have with the secondary thing that I said with creating a card and placing the cursors on the right side is navigation on D-pad and navigation on tabs, because you then have, instead of having everything in one line, you have your first navigation here, followed by your second navigation here, followed by your third navigation that is horizontal. So the perceived uh, next step is not obvious, which I don't like. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Diddy, hi, welcome. We've been okay. We've known better days. Oh, that could work. That could work. Yeah. I'm thinking about something else. But yeah, I've been pretty good. I'm tired. That's what happened. I just have um too much going on. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing that I've been working on for the past months and a half now. Yeah. It's this. This app that contains a map, which if I'm zoomed in, it's kind of weird. It contains a map with like pins of places that I have or I am recommending, list of places that you have here underneath, and then each of these will give you the ability to zoom in on the place that you can kind of see where it is on the map, and then when you click on it, you have a bit of a preview and personal recommendation on what I kind of like about the place and what I think is a good thing. That that's wrong. Um, and having some reviews, pull from Google, and then other things. But you know, like very simple travel recommendations, all that for Tokyo specifically, and France. For now, I haven't added anything in France, but you know, all that is the current state of things. I just wish I had fucking that. It just doesn't work. It just makes no sense. Like that's supposed to work. It doesn't. But yeah, it was kind of fun for me to receive that email on uh, Google Places telling me that I've been a Google local guide for the past few months. Why are you flashing? Forget about it. Forget about it. Thank you. Google just getting obviously triggered by that. Why are you flashing? That makes no sense. I don't know if this is because I'm looking at it through here, or if that is what's happening on the phone itself. It seems to be, or it was, happening on the phone itself. It's interesting. Anyways, that's the current state of things. It's not much, but that was interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I kind of know why it happened, but I'm seeing that it's not refreshing at the same time. I think it was because the cache is local and not there, but that's weird. Anyways, that's the current state. I have like built the whole system to ensure that I have the ability to just um, add content and just like get the whole system or the whole place that I'm trying to add to the platform through like this app, ensuring that I have like the place for like the description, the alternative names, if potentials. Maybe I know the place and I'm like, well, I agree with these reviews, but I don't agree with the 1 star or the 2 stars. That's probably something that is just happened wrongly. And also, it was 6 years ago, so I don't trust a review that is like 6 years old. So 6, 7 are gonna go away, but a month ago and a year ago, that makes way more sense. I'm gonna keep that. Um, so on and so forth, and then having like the ability to get the images pulled from Google so that I don't really need all the images. And you know, do that. That's really good, but it's not efficient enough. Um, so yeah. I saved something from Story, for Story specifically, which is reminding me of this, which is interesting. Uh, so there. I don't like it. The nav at the bottom is really going back to this before I tear that down. The nav here is working not exactly how I wanted it to be. Like basically right now it has like this dual ability of either you have a mini map at the top and a big list, or a big map and a small list, and you can like quickly navigate through all of the pins by just tapping them and seeing which one it is because it just highlighted it. But that is a thing. But then this is your starting point. That makes sense, whatever. So that's the main navigation, and then the bottom navigation here is gonna go away, like fully go away, as in right now it is a search. Gonna get out. Paris and Tokyo gonna be replaced by France and Japan because there is like more than just these two countries and these two places. And then the plus is gonna go away as well because it's just for me. Like I'm the only one that will be able to add content to the platform. So this is just for myself. I have a plus button that is in debug. As long as I'm in debug, I have the ability to add stuff. So that nav at the bottom right now, it makes no sense. It doesn't make any sense. Um, and the more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm like, it. I need something. I feel like I need something prior to this page to make it more efficient. And that's why the title of today's stream is I'm this close to starting from scratch again, because it would make way more sense to me to keep this app specifically as a, how can I say that? As an owner app, and then no, it's not out. And add some content through the app because it's easier, and then build a version that is just preview and view. But There's still something that pisses me off about the layout, about the content, about the display. So that's a thing. And there's also a lot of things that pisses me off about the performance of the platform, which are non-existent. So yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it yet. Not yet good. Um, Context, details. What do we need to look at specifically? Is this gonna be the whole view? Like I mean, let me rephrase that. In one screen, in one width element, or is this less three things? Um, Hi, Isma. Hi, welcome back. How are you? Um, my first thoughts was it looks like they are linked together, as in they are part of the same screen, like specifically because of this section where this angle looks like the angle of this image, and this line was kind of aligned with this. So that was like the first thought, which is wrong. It's not true. That's not the case, but it felt like it. So the first idea was to have like the corner, the blue corner right here, just peeking as if it was sliding into a process path. So that's the first thing. The second thing is you have this three times. Why? Uh, if it's a slide in a PowerPoint slide, that it, that is a bit redundant. Um, which I get. I get. I think if you just have it in the center, but not on both of the sides, that could be interesting. Um, I think my main point or initial point of having like kind of bleed of block number one to block number two, kind of bleed of block number three into block number two. So the sign in and pay would have like that corner kind of bleed on top of this, and that corner bleed on top of this one, because you don't really have anything that can pass from the center. Would make more sense into a cohesive thing, specifically if you have some sort of a transition when that slide happens, or that slide um, like slides in, where this pops in with the corner, and then this one slides in underneath that corner, and then this one slides in above that blurred element, which is also blurred, so that's an option. So having like kind of visual anchors between step one to step two to step three, because that's basically how you explain it, I think. Um, I would do that personally, and that way you can remove these fucking thing. And one of the reasons why I'm saying this is because you have like your background transitions that does go from step one to step two. Um, so, just having quick, easy transition of the elements sliding in order of happening, um, I think that would work, and that would link them to get together. The rest of the design is really good, as always. Like, I mean, you know me, I know you, you know yourself now. Um, I guess it's really nice. It really shows the content of the app. Um, I would say that is not exactly a progressive blow. Um, and I know it's just annoying and almost impossible to create in Figma properly, so I get it, but you know, better. Um, yeah, if you do a background blur, you will end up with um, an issue, which is basically what you have around here. Like that artifact that you have here is the background blur being a bitch, and same thing around here, where the line is really sharp and then out of nowhere just blurred. So it's annoying, I know, but the easiest, please, the easiest way is going to be to do this, where basically these things are going to be 1%, drill, and then they all take background blur. The first one is going to be at 1, and then the second one is going to be at 2, and so on and so forth. So 3, or maybe you do 4 for this one because you need like a bigger blur, and then 6, 12, right? And then you get that whole thing to have, not that, to have an effect of layer blur. And to an extent, that's gonna blend in your content, but it's also like, as you can see, it's really bad. So you can't really have a good like blur if you do it by hand in Figma. The only option that you have, or the best option that you would have is to, or would be to add the blur through Photoshop later. I know. Like blur the element through, like if you have an iPad or if you have Procreate somewhere, do that manually. But yeah. You can't really create a radial progressive blur. Like progressive blur in Figma is just annoying. Specifically because you can't have like a less than. Like I can do a 0.5, and I can do like a 0.1 to get that transition a bit better. But if I really want like the full transition, I would need to have this element being like 2 pixel or 1 pixel. Same here, like a 1 pixel width with a 0.2, and then, all that. To really get that transition, but I mean, is it worth it? No. I guess that's gonna be the only option. Right? Like I mean, even there, you just can't. Brilliant Figma is really trash. I hate it. I really wish it was like easier to do. or to achieve, because it should, first of all, should be easier um, to just have that. But you end up with this. That's the results. Every time you try to do a progressive blow in Figma, you just can't. No, they're not. That's the sad part. They're not. So I don't think they will change the UI again. Um, they seem to have been like pushing this much, so they're probably not going to change the UI again. Um, as I said earlier, I think they will announce code related stuff because they need to. Um, they absolutely need to be competing with paper, which is probably going to take some of their customers out. They need to compete with Unicorn Studio to generate like these auto on event animations and things. They need to just to stay relevant. So, you know, all day. I never seen that it was calling at the same time. It's fun. But yeah. I think this one, like specifically the second element in Unicorn Studio, is giving you exactly what you're looking for, which is the progressive blur. And you could probably use Unicorn Studio inside of the presentation. It depends what tool you're using for the presentation, but yeah. I guess the easiest way. Oh, now that I'm thinking about it, I guess the easiest way to get the progressive blur is going to be this. Where the fuck you at? Give me this. Just that. So, if you get your container, and that container is going to be clipping, and then that element here is blurred. So layer blur right here. And then on top of that, we have a second one that doesn't have a blur. However, we have this that is used as a mask. And then that mask is blurred. Nope, not that. Not that. That mask is gonna blur itself. I think that's gonna be almost the only option you would have for transition in between unblurred and blurred. As you can see right here, because it is clipping the content. So that's probably an option. Meaning that if you just wanted to highlight like a very specific part, you could by doing so. And then your layer blur underneath, you could do that. I guess. I guess. Uh, which means if you absolutely need like different levels of blur throughout, you would need like a secondary option of this with like these two being in a frame and then that being together and then this one here kind of being around center but smaller. And so my blurred image here is going to be, I don't know, 4 maybe. And then my image in the background here is going to have a blur of 10. So this ellipse, bitch. Oh, I see. This ellipse here is making sure that like the center of the frame is what we want to have. Let me add like a bit of a blue tint to this. And then the second one is there. Then you have the rest. So you could do that. That's a lot of processing though. It's an option. It's it's not good. It is not good. But it is an option to have like a very centralized thing, and then you can 100% get to opacity and other things. But yeah, that's if you know exactly where you need to be in terms of location. Like you can have like a massive blur on the thing. It will help, or it will create something that makes sense for the transition. Like right now, it's really, really, really sharp in the center, but it has a very good transition. If I go further in my transition, it's just gonna break. So that's an option. But I fear this is gonna be heavy. Other option is gonna be to use your opacity and like use the shapes. You currently are using like a white shape here to make the transition between the two things, I think, which is basically what you need. But yeah, I feel like here, because your blur, specifically on this one, your blur is only like a localized blur. You could have like that ellipse around there. Yeah. So I guess if you have like the radial fill with that mask, you could do the same thing with it like stacked on top of each other to have like more blur, more good transitions, and not that. What, you know? Is it necessary? I don't know. I'm seeing things I know that it's like um a me thing and a you thing specifically. You do that often, and this brand do that as well, and I hate it. But you know, they that's cool. I like that. However, why you flat? Why you flat? Um, but I know. Don't worry about it. I know. It's on most of the visual that you have done for this, so it makes sense. It's consistent. Um, but yeah, other than that potential blur fix, the layout is pretty good. If you do the animations in the transition in PowerPoint, you have like the auto animate, so you should be able to. Again, it's a PowerPoint. Uh, it doesn't. If it's an internal PowerPoint, it doesn't need to be like very fancy. And if it's an external PowerPoint, do the transition, the animation, the things. It doesn't help the business in any way. It takes more time. It's is more prone to break during a presentation. But if it works, it's great. So, you know, that. But yeah, if you can have like this card thingy be different levels, that could be interesting. I think there is a ton of parallax that could happen. I see how annoying it would be for you to build. Not gonna lie on that. Specifically in PowerPoint. But yeah. Like my head wants to have this first rectangle slides in without the blue thing. Um and then slides in with a slight delay. So there is a bit of a parallax on the first rectangle appears, and then a second later there is the blue one that is sliding in. And then this one is sliding in without the cards that are raised, but when it's reaching the center, you can see the card raising. And that's just like changing the shadow and moving them up a tad. That's very simple. And then you have this, which is the same thing. You have the background sliding in followed by the main card. The thing that I don't like with this is that the main card needs to be blurred. And the blur effect needs to be transparent to go to the next thing. So, yeah. Yeah, that could be a thing. It could be a thing to have like the rest of the screen visible as well. I guess the potential other debate would be consistency, but I think you're good with that. Yeah, I think you're good with that. What I mean by consistency is, do we have a number around here? Does it make sense? And do we have like dates, names, specifics that needs to be transferred into the step 2? And so, for example, here you have a total of 542,000 and 651,000 that are the total. Does that transfer into the next here? Like the total price estimates right here is 56K. Is that really like matching in terms of value from this step to this step when you have like these numbers? Did you miss like a zero? Do we have the same dates? Does it work? Like that's the whole thing, it doesn't make any difference. Again, this is a presentation, no one will see it. But consistency across everything you do is going to teach you so much. Anyways, so, details. Yeah. If it's just showcase these features, I guess there is a bit of a how can I say that? Perceived importance. Like my eyes are here. Like that's what I'm seeing first. And the potential of me reading the titles is limited, specifically during a PowerPoint, which is good. Again, the PowerPoints and presentations are there to help and like kind of support, but not read. So if the person is going to speak about it, that's fine. But the big title should be like more. Maybe I would have that a bit different. I think now that I'm thinking about it for more than a second, you could have had these icons a tad bigger inside of here. So it's just like supplier intelligence icon, where to meet icons, because they're sign and pay icons, like these could have matched so that it doesn't feel that empty and it kind of worked with it. Right now, and this is a very right now me thing, so you do you. But right now, I am deep, deep in the curved text elements. So I would have had my title with a teeny tiny amount of curve, like just a slight bend to soften the thing. And I would also have attempted, I don't know if that's an option, to name or title my sections with the same amount of letters or similar amount of letters. Right now, supplier intelligence is long. Word to meet is shorter. Sign and pay is shorter. So it goes from very long to shorter, 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 which is fine. But having like consistent, again, title sizes kind of help in ensuring that you have everything in mind when you're speaking, when you're presenting, all that. But yeah, these icons could have been here as details. However, they wouldn't have been that much visible. They are not that visible now, but they wouldn't have been more visible. So that's the thing. The titles match the visual noise of the image underneath. A lot of noise, less noise, but still noise. Very much no noise. Very short. So it works. Again, you did good. Eh. You did good. But yeah, I think other than these icons, place is good. Transitions potential. That's for later. Like really, I biased. Oh, come on, bitch. Like, Maybe not that curved, but you know. Okay. There's something about it. I don't know what it is. Right now, for me, there is something about it that just makes more sense. And it's just would work. Would work. Yeah. That's not enough. It needs to be a bit more bent on this one. I can't do that anymore. um, yeah, I don't think a wide frame is going to work. Bitch. Thank you. Appreciate it. Is that too close? What? Yeah. No, it doesn't work with the with plan. Doesn't work with it for sure. It's interesting though. I do like this. That it's potential ID. Also, this is really. I think you fucked up right there. I zoomed in. God damn it! I shouldn't have. My bad. My bad. My bad. Yeah, you fucked up this one. Um, Small details, small stuff. Like it really reminds me of some of the thing that I'm looking at most days on Pinterest, and I, I mean, I guess right now there is a ton of. I'm gonna just need to go there. It's gonna be faster. Um, oh come on, internet, internet. Like there is a ton of these. Slight, slight adjustments, slight curves, just roundness here and there. Just tiny, you know, stuff like this. That makes sense to me. And that's where I am currently spending my days. So obviously biased. Obviously, I'm seeing these and I'm like, yes, yes, we're gonna do that. Shit like this. Like, it could have been flat and straight and boring. It's not, you know. Again, this is where I am right now. And because I'm seeing a ton of, um, like, game design stuff. God damn, this is cute as fuck. You tell me. That makes so much sense. That makes so much sense. Look at it. It's curved and shit. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna have that at some point. Somewhere. I know it. It just takes more time. Takes more time. It's annoying to build. It seems easier though with the latest version of Charts Kit for SwiftUI to do stuff like this. So, yeah. Draw backpack. I love Belroy. I don't know about their backpacks. Haven't tried them. Um, that is massive. That is a massive me. Thinking about getting one not only for travel but also to go from work to the gym. Well, Belroys are going to be really good. They are really clean, and they kind of work for most things. Specifically, this one, as far as I remember, they have like a specific like water repellent coating, uh, similar to the previous version they had. But this is a shell. This is a shell, so it has a lot of space that on the day-to-day you might not use. They do have brain. No, they don't have. There is another one that is going to be a bit lighter, like the light pack or not here. That might be better. Uh, Obviously, I am biased, very much biased. Pig Designs is always, to me, like really good. They have a lot of options. However, prices, I know prices, I know, but they are really good. I have three of these, so I, you know, I have this one, and no, this one. Sorry, this one, and the sling. This one. I know, and I'm looking at these because they are cute as fuck. Um, I think you want something that is a bit more subtle and day to day, and not like backpacking. So that's why we usually go for these ones. But at the end of the day, backpacks, they're not the easiest thing to have. I would personally go for a messenger bag if you have the ability to do that. Like I would go for messenger bag. Either I know this one is the 13 liter, which is like kind of smaller, um, but they're 16. Not this one. Uh, they had a 16 at some point, and they don't have it anymore. My bad. Well, you only have the 13 now. It probably can take an iPad, probably. Um, the max price is 200. I need more informations. What is it for? You said it is for travel, but it's also from the office to the gym. If it's from the office to the gym, it's going to be something specific. If it's for travel, as in going to another country, taking the plane, all that, it's going to be another model. Like there are things that I would recommend you to get for traveling that I wouldn't recommend for the day to day, and there are things that I would recommend you for the day to day that you wouldn't necessarily take for travel. So with that in mind, that's the first question. This, to me, is the best in between option because you can have your gym stuff, except your shoes, inside, and then potentially have like a small laptop or an iPad Pro to work. But at the end of the day, you will probably have like your computer in the office and your computer at home and not navigate with that. But debates. These are expensive. They are fakes, not recommended, but still they are fakes that exist. They are okay. If that's not the thing, I don't know if they still deliver. Um, and they don't send to the EU anymore. So it is very big, Stony, which is I don't think it's what um Denny's want. Um, yeah, this is not. This is a regular tech backpack. Then, like most of the newer backpacks have the pouch for the tech and the main compartment for the rest. Um, with the Peak Design one, you have three compartments. You have one in the front, one in the center, and one in the back for your laptop. So for travels, like there is a ton of things that needs to be taken into consideration when you're traveling. If you're traveling with a suitcase, having like a case path is really good. Having a compartment for your laptop to be the closest it can be to your back is going to be the best because it is kind of close. But welcome on it. Nothing is wrong with my mic. It is there. They have the commuter backpack, but I don't like the shape personally. That's a me thing. That is a me thing. Yeah. I mean, if you say so, maybe it's your ears. I don't know. But welcome on in. The thing that I would say is that right now, right, this is I don't know what the letters are for each of these. If this is the smallest one, um, you know, I don't know. It also really depends on how you like them personally. Like, is it good? Is it not good? Do you Um, like, do you feel good with it? Do you feel that you look good with it? Do you like how it looks on you? Like, I really hate these. I hate backpacks in general. That's why I'm more of a sling person. Barrow are really good, but they are expensive. The others, as I was saying, Alkido is another like uh, big design copy thing, but also they are kind of sold out everywhere. So you know, um, oh no, that's just how I sound. That happens. That happens. Um, the other things, who does that? I guess alpacas. These are gonna be uh, right. I do like the alpaca backpacks mainly because it's like trekking company in the beginning. Like they are more like a trekking company, so they have like bright colors and shit, which I like. And they have more of how do you say that? Utility based gear, which I do like, mainly because they have like shapes that are more technical and low profile. I think that would be like a better alternative for what you're trying to build or have with like a laptop and kind of lightweight overall, can take everything. I don't like the fact that it's fucking orange inside, but that's a me thing. That is a me thing. Uh, and yeah, other than that, um, there is a third brand. This one, which is Nomadic. Nomadic is gonna give you kind of, bitch, get the fuck out. Ah. But it's not available here anymore. It used to be. It's not. It was mostly like a duplicate of Big Design, but with a more camera bag oriented focus. So it was pretty good. Nonetheless, Alpaca is going to be pretty good. If you want to have like reviews, I think that's not the one that I have. Um, I'm watching Pack Hacker most of the time when I'm looking for a bag, just because it's good. They give you good feedback and good uh, information. So you will see things about what backpack to use, what type of backpack to use for what type of travels, and others. So that's like a lot of recommendations. They kind of died during COVID because, no traveling. So it's been kind of complicated for them to gain back where they were in terms of popularity and all of that. But they have like a ton of travel backpack videos. They also have like their website, which is really good. If you go there, um, they have like what type of blah 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 you want. Specifically this one, for example, because that's what you're looking for. You're looking for a day pack. So there are like a ton of options. They are ranking, classifying, giving you like a lot, as you can see, like the tiny content of everything that they have tried, which I do like. And there is another one, which obviously right now I can't find. Um, it's one of the people that I used to watch often, and right now I can't find them, which is sad. They were good. Um, they had like a very it is that person. That person specifically had they changed their profile picture. That's why I don't recognize them. They have like a very good, unbiased channel. I do like it mainly for that. It's straight facts of this is what the bag is. This is what the bag is good for. In his testing, it was good for that. He has a specific build, like body build, which is similar to me, like not slim, not too tall. So that's good for me um, overall. And he has been reviewing plenty of bags and suitcase and anything. And so they might be, is probably um, like all of the reviews for the bags that you were looking for the alpaca backpack, for the Burrow backpacks, the Peak Design backpacks, all that exist. Again, the option that you have potentially is you like this and you just take a look at the sales and maybe you take a look at finding resellers. Maybe there is like an option to get it through Amazon. Maybe there is an option to get it through a place that is um, like reselling the bags around you. And maybe that place specifically is having a hard time selling these backpacks and have them on sales. You never know. So if you can find it like right now, 10% off, good. That's $20 on a $200 backpack, so that's pretty good. But there might be like a where to buy type of thing somewhere. If they do have that, if they do have partner stores, I don't know, you know, that happens. Um, but doesn't cost anything to just have a look. I mean, personally, slings are not good enough, specifically here, not fat enough for the content, but I think this one is my favorite based on the color specifically. Biased on the color. But yeah, going back to the initial thing that I was saying, the utility and the use that you will have of these backpacks, one or many, I don't know, will define which backpack you want to go for. If it's something that is gonna serve you for the travel and the moving day, it needs to be kind of heavy duty. It needs to take on a lot of content to be able to like just move some content faster and have that on your back rather than having like a suitcase or something. That's pretty good. But if it's mostly something that you will use afterward when you moved in and you just want to have a very small backpack to just move from the office to home, from home to the gym, that is a different thing. The last option, and I mean, I just thought about it. If at some point you need to get like a suitcase for the travels, and you want to be uh, you know, nice. I do have like a referral code for them. I think you get 30% off when you use this, which is pretty good. Um, and they have been my favorite brand. Um, I usually take these because these are the easiest. These are 470. They are like smaller one at 250 if you just need like a small one. I I have this one, so you know. But they have this. They also have backpacks if you just want like, backpacks. Um Smaller really shell pipes. I like these so far pretty good. And their Shibuya bags are easier to like pack. They are smaller. Um but yeah, overall their backpacks are really much weird in terms of textures. Like, I'm not against it, but the fabric itself is uh, nylon e cotton e thing, and to me it is kind of weird. I do prefer 100% that fabric. Like, to me this is way slimmer, way lighter, a bit better than these. But again, I am biased on this because I do have like a bit of a affiliate marketing thing. um yeah, I hear you with that. However, I don't think you can have like 30% off on top of. And that would be kind of sad. Anyways, I hear you. Don't cheap out on the suitcase, though. I think the suitcase needs to be um, good. You don't want a wheel to die on you during the first like transit. You don't want to have the handle stay in your hands when you're putting it on the hovered compartments. Like it, I know, I know, but I mean, yeah, that's mine. In I have the green one from the previous version. I do agree that it's collecting dust right now, but when I'm moving out again, I'm using this. And it has this, which is really good. Their warranty is really good as well. Um, Most of the like pilots and the cabin crew in the airplanes that I used have been complimenting me on the suitcase, saying that they are like kind of classy and looking nice compared to most of the other ones that they have seen on the day. So I mean, that's a designer thing. I like that. I like that a lot. You know, they also have like um they have sales often, like last chances and things like this, where you can have like some of their previous versions or specific colors that they don't really do anymore or will not do anymore, that you could get for a lower price. Again, not necessarily like the cheapest, but like right now, the blue version is cheaper. But I mean, I'd go there for the backpack for me, specifically because if you stay, based on what I just seen, you open the website, you get like 10% off on your first order by just uh, giving them your email, which you will if you do anything. And then usual classic thing, if you have 2 weeks, add to your cart and then enter your email and don't buy it. Wait for a week and they will probably send you like an email saying, get 15% off, additional 15% off so that you can close the deal. You know, they classic thing. But yeah, you don't know that? God damn it, these young people, they don't know shit. Anything that you want to buy, like you probably have seen, what is that? I guess I may have removed it. There. You know that? These types of emails of you left something in your cart. If you don't want you, we really don't want you to miss out. So you should buy it now. And then sometimes they say, 15% off? Hmm? Huh? Huh? It's not by mistake. It's just you need to go through, like for example, right now I'm potentially needing new t-shirts. You know, I need new t-shirts. So I'm probably gonna go there and go into my regular sections, um, find the one that I want, go into my essentials, and be good with it. You know, saying like maybe I need like these ones. I don't know. I'm picking things at random, finding the right sizes. That is not my size. Cool. Black one, my size, not my size. Cool. Not using this one. And then just adding stuff to my cart and just waiting. They usually just send me an email with, here is an additional 5% off. Here's an additional 15% off. Just because, you know, um, it happens. So try it out. Just put it in your bag. The main thing or the main point is going to be, add the thing to your carts. And then when you are here, go and check out, add your content, like with all of my informations. And then once you have your email and they have your bag and all of that, they will send you an email at some point. You see that? Yeah? Just that. Because I came back. So, you know, it's an option. It's going to be a pretty good option overall. But yeah, Danny Pack is going to be pretty good for you. Peak Design, obviously, I am biased. Would go for that for ease of transports on the day-to-day thing. Like I do like messenger bags. They help a ton. And you know, no, that's a no. That's yeah, that's not my shoe type. It First of all, I'm slipping. with this. I am on the floor after an hour of walking with these. These are flat. That's the first thing. The second thing is they look like fake Reeboks mixed with old Adidas rounded tips to me. So I'm like, I don't, I don't know. But also 225. Like like a pair of Air Force One classic. Like dang, specific, right? Specific. I know. But to me, this is the grandparents, like initial uh, shapes that basically birthed these, but like the I think it's the tennis that they have. Like these are, I mean, to me they are the same. Like specifically, like look at the shape. The shape is the same sole. There is just no stripes on the side here. And that's 210 instead of, sorry, that's 110 instead of 225. So I don't know. I don't know. Like I used to be an Adidas person, um, and you know, I mean it's fine. But if you want like interesting things, um, in terms of shapes, like similar, you know. Do we have regular bitch? Bitch. We used to have like these. I think they have changed, kinda. You know, if you want something similar in terms of shape, so all that. I mean, this is mostly flat, um, and they are good for the gym. That's why I mean that's what we use. They used to have like really good. Um, these ones I like them a lot, mainly because they have these, and I mean, that's fun. I like that. Look at that. You don't see that anyway, but it looks cool. It changes. It's different. It stands out. You know, it's fun. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. But if you're someone that likes like brown shoes from the top, that's a bit better. And also these ones, they are powerlifting shoes. So they're good for the gym as well. They're good for walking. I have one of the grays. Of some of their first series. But yeah, they're pretty good. Like there used to be so many interesting shoes and shapes. Shoes and shapes, not really, but like different types. Um that, you know, stands out. I mean, here is gonna be mostly boots for me. But if you go into some of the low cuts in the Vans, I like that a lot. If you go into some of the, I guess some of the Adidas low cuts are gonna be pretty good and pretty cheap. Quality debatable, I know, but you know, Nike is pretty good. Timberland is gonna last you a long time. Depends again. Depends on what you want to do for the shoes. Biased on boots. Did I say? Did I say that? Biased on boots. Boots. Yes. Um, like these are fun to me. Not these ones, but these changes. They are way too expensive. But that is different enough and weird enough to stand out and have something like an interest to them. Just because it changes, but it's the same fucking shape. I like that though. That's more me stuff. Yeah. I know I don't have like low cuts on here. That's the sad part. Um, and again, most of the low cuts are not gonna. Yeah. No, I'm lying. Um, I. That's my. These are my shoes. This is my brand. That's all I have. um, I just have Ravens. I have too many pairs of Ravens. That's what I have. I need a new pair. But yeah. Ravens. Right there. It's just yes, with two K's. Um they are comfortable, at least for me. They are good looking. To me, they are stylish and they stand out. Like they are different than most in the same realm. Like these ones specifically, like these kind of brown E are really cute. They have a ton of different colors, obviously, but you know, like that, it stands out. It's different, and these are just the Ravens. They have like, not they have a ton of new designs, and if you like kind of rounded shoes, same kind of vibes that you had a second ago, these one could work for you potentially. If you wanted to, you know. They have really flat as well, like less logo on them as an option. Still sliding all the time. Um, but yeah, just make sure that you have your size though, because you know But I mean, that's what I'm saying. They all look the same. All the shoes that are like kind of similar. I'm not sliding with these. Um, I mean, that's their current shape, kind of rounded and there. Um, so yeah, it's an option. Everyone gonna have stuff. I am biased toward these ones. Um, Main reason why I'm biased toward these ones is because they have some of them that are waterproof, so you can just walk on puddles and be good with it, and it's fine. Like my black ones, I can go in the water, and the water comes in. Really nice, you know. And it's nice to have. But yeah, I don't. Ah, they kind of stopped doing like my favorite models. Um, and I need this. That's what I need. Like these are the waterproof models, and these are green, and I'm probably gonna buy these at some point. Not now. I'm broke. um, I I would say the last option. Um, it's gonna be Tropic Feel. Um, they are pretty good. Yes, yes they were. Yes they were. Tropic Feel is mostly on the hiking departments. But they do have like flats if you are looking for flats. Um, Not necessarily brown, but flat. Um, they do have backpacks. They have really cool jackets as well. Um, Here. And I have a pair of these all terrain but not dry. Just a regular AT. Bitch, where you at? Ah, obviously, when I'm looking for something, can't find it. I have a pair of these. Because they're pretty nice, and they are like low logo and all that. I don't wear them often though, but these are the all-terrain type quick dry. So basically, they are open shoes, but it doesn't look like they are open shoes. So you can go in the water, you will have your feet soaked and then dried kind of quickly, or quicker than if it was like a regular closed shoes. But yeah, their backpacks though, I can't say. Haven't tried them, and I don't really like the styles that they have. Like most of them are really stock. Like they are hefty backpacks, and it's debatable. Um, but if it's for travel and hiking, then yes, 100% these would work. They are a tad expensive at times. I do like what they have in the jackets, which is kind of new jackets in terms of their windbreakers. And where is this? Like some of these are really nice overall in terms of shape and cut and how they look. I like that. I like that. But yeah, do I have other shoes? I'm looking for brands. that I know of that could work or be similar to what you currently have listed. I think Arc with the rounded tips that you had found would work as a replacement. They are kind of the same. They have a bit more design elements, like they have a bit more textures and panels that are sewn onto it compared to the one that you shared, but they're also half the price. So that's a thing. And you know, like you know, different, more interesting. Half sneakers, half Chelsea boots. Could be nice. Oh, for fuck's sake. I guess. I guess. I'd say take a look at Adidas website. Take a look at Reebok website. I really think my previous yeah, the Arc one are pretty good. Do I have like a discount on Arc? I don't think I do. I do not. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't. I should. I have spent so much. I should have a discount. But yeah, like the Reeboks used to be my shoes, like their tennis or classic. See, 20% off. This bitch is. It's. I'm just looking for the shoes. See, like to me, that's the same. It's a tad less round, but it is the same type. And I kind of would say that I would trust Reebok a bit more than the one that you shared. I do trust Arc because, you know, I have so many, but it's the thing. I used to have like a oh god damn. I used to have reds. I think these no. No. Same material, very similar, but I used to basically have these. There might even be a picture on my Instagram with that. I don't think so. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think so. But the Arc one are good. Not gonna lie there. I think the alpaca backpack is gonna be pretty good. Timberland is really good as well. However, they are mostly rugged shoes. So, like hiking boots, heavier shoes overall than the Arc ones, I'd say. Come on, Instagram, you can do it. You can do it. What I say? I used to have these, which seems to be Nike instead of Reeboks. But yeah, that used to be my shoes, my regular shoes. So it's the same. It's the same patterns. That's why I'm saying it's kind of similar. They all look the same. They're all shoes. I feel like there is another one. Yeah, that one. That's the one that I had in mind. Eh, eh. And these are from 2013. So probably non-existent anymore. Um, but you know, I don't know. I mean, that's basically a mix of these and I'm looking red because it's easier. Maybe these. I did love these though. I mean, I was mostly and only wearing these. Yep, they don't have it anymore. It's dead. It's fine. Eh, you know. Yeah, they are quite good. They are regular regular shapes. I just do that. Just do that. I just do that. I will just do that. Did I do that? Yes, I did that. Oh god damn. So yeah. When the do you have like more visibility on what will happen? When will happen? All things happen? I mean all things happen, yes, but you're going in kind of the wrong um time right now. As you heard, you were going to vaccinate chickens against bird flu. I mean, that would be good. Yes. Specifically now that there is not transfusion, but like um not transfusion. The portability from chickens to humans is greater than before. Um yeah, I don't know exactly how, but yeah. Interesting. Um I'm laughing at this. One second. Laughing at this. Um I posted on threads the exact same thing, the exact same text, the exact same content at the exact same time. And people are like, yeah, thread is way better for discovery and whatever. I'm getting 10K views compared to 26,000 views. Goddamn. However, like it's similar in terms of likes and interactions, but goddamn. It's crazy. It's crazy. Anyways. um, that's interesting. I don't know how you do that, but that's interesting. Um, yes. You're in yes. If you have 90% of the content and or even 50% of the content, Um, Publish the thing, have something online that is more aligned with what you want to have, and then do incremental changes when you have the time. It is sad, I agree, but I did that basically last year by now. And I did that in like 2 to 3 hours. And then from here, I added this like 3 to 4 months later, maybe. And right now, I'm thinking about adding more stuff. Um, Make sure you check reviews from the pack hacker and Danny's pack for alpacas and the others. I think you're gonna go alpaca anyways. And you will probably find some people that resonate with you in the way that they speak better than these ones potentially. But yeah, enjoy that. Take care of yourself and tell me what you take. Put things in your bag or in your cart and then leave it alone for 5 days. Forget about it. You might have a discount. We never know. We never know. Check it out. But yeah, yeah, good, 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 good. So I added this, which is not good, but it's something that has like a bit of a portfolio, resume slash website, which is fine. And then I added the affiliate links so that if you have or look for something, you can like get access to something. Um, you know, but I added it later on, not immediately. So it had like the thing out. That's all I'm saying. I get the thing outside and then edit it, add some content, do stuff. Like same thing with Can. I I still need a ton of things here. Like right now, it's only displaying the iOS apps, and I kind of need to showcase that it also exists in the same way with Android because right now, um, like this doesn't exist on Android, so it's kind of wrong to showcase that. Um, but I need to redo the whole page for something that makes more sense, and I don't have the time, nor the energy, nor the willpower. But at least I have this, and I can press a button on the Stream Deck and have the content, which I'm gonna soon be able to do for the other app. I have the domain. I was looking at other domains earlier this weekend. I found one for the other app that I'm building, and it's a premium domain for 30,000. I'm gonna change the name of the app. Ah, but yeah, that's uh, that's where we stand right here. That is where we stand. But yes, you should. You should do that. 100%. Do the whole thing. Huh? Sorry. I know why, but that makes no sense. All right. I feel like yeah. I feel like that's a yes. Um, Yeah. Oh god damn. Oh, that is a good point. That is a good point indeed. Yes, I appreciate that. uh, all right, I'm gonna send you to Dave. He's still working on the same fucking page. He's done the responsive, which is impressive. That's why I'm laughing. I am so tired. Um, and yeah, as always, the VOD is going to be on YouTube. You can go to YouTube to watch the latest video, about Galileo AI. If you have questions around live, join the Discord. That would be highly appreciated. As always, I shall be back on Monday. On Monday. On Wednesday. And, if you want to stalk me online, you can do that. As always, if you want to learn Japanese, you can. It's good. If you want to give me money, you can sub here, but it's not necessary. Would rather buy a UI kit, which is much better. As always, take care of yourself. Enjoy the rest of your day. Eat something, drink something. Be kind to each other. I feel like these numbers are wrong. So we're not gonna take that into consideration. That is a wrong number. 2,000 messages? Wrong. Wrong. It's not always wrong, it's wrong half of the time. Anyways. Bye. And yes, a lot of the time. Half of the time is a lot of times. Yes. Yes. See ya.